I told you before, and it could happen, and now it has happened. This story is coming to you from Leawood, Kansas. Bob and Addie Harte were at the receiving end of a no-knock police drug bust. Now, that's not something that you are not used to hearing, but hold up. First of all, Bob and Addie Harte live in the very affluent section of town, something that you don't hear very often. And Bob and Addie Harte happen to be ex-CIA agents. So they were very, not only confused, but very taken back when the police came in with a whole SWAT team into their house, putting the husband on the floor and sitting the 3-year-old and the 13-year-old on the sofa, telling them not to move while they searched the house. No warrant, no knock, busted down their door. Of course, what they found was absolutely nothing. How did we get to this spot? Which is exactly what the Hartes are asking and have been asking now for going on a year or more. This happened in 2012. So what has taken this long? Well, they asked for the documentation as to why the police did a no-knock drug bust on an affluent house in Kansas. The police chief refused for an entire year to give them anything, so finally they sued for the Freedom of Information Act to have those documents revealed. And it was revealed that the police were not doing their job. And it was revealed that the police were doing unconstitutional, wacky behavior. First of all, the police were told by an anonymous tip that the Hartes had gone to a hydroponics gardening shop. And supposedly that they had been under investigation. This is what the police told them, that they had been under investigation for months. Well, that has to be a lie. Why? Because the Hartes had not been into the hydroponics gardening shop for over 2 years before that. And it had been for a project that the son and the father did to create a garden in their basement to grow, ready? Tomatoes, squash, and cucumbers. So how did the police come about having the inkling to bust down their door? They searched their trash. Now, before you put on your lawyer cap and think that you know something because you heard a person say, another person say, the Supreme Court has held the police may not search a person's trash. They may not search it. They still have to have probable cause to search the trash, which they did not. On the basis of somebody shopping at a store, that is not a basis for a probable cause to search their trash. Searching their trash, although it might be on the sidewalk, is still by the government unconstitutional. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, well, it should be logical that the trash is available in public, and the Supreme Court has heard many cases and refused many cases because they have already held that that is unconstitutional. Now, that is the prior Supreme Court. Who knows what this Supreme Court would say? They would probably say, oh yeah, they could come on and do anything that you want. Anyway, they sued in court and got the documentation, and the Kansas News reported it also, and the police chief and the police refused to go on camera to say why they would try and do a no-knock drug bust on an affluent house in Kansas. It just so happens that these two, this husband and wife, are ex-CIA agents. They were analysts, which is what I was going to be, for the CIA, and they quit their job and they moved on with their life. They reacted saying that they were aghast at the police doing this. And they say, we are people of means. We have money. I can only imagine what these people, other people who do not have money, go through to fight this sort of stuff. And who knows what the police might not have said had they been black, poor people. This is exactly what these two ex-CIA agents said about the police. They are going to move on to a civil case since they now have the documentation to prove that everything that the police did was illegal and unconstitutional. The police forget that the Constitution specifically says the government, including state government and all of its agents. The Constitution restricts this exact sort of actions. This is exactly what the colonists fought against. You can't come in somebody's house, drag them out by the hair, and do what you will with them. I said it was going to happen, and it has happened. They ran up on the wrong person. Now, I'm hoping that the police chief, commissioner, everybody is all fired or put in jail or both. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show. Tell me what you think about this case.